The Top 10 Most Powerful Women in the World, 2025 edition. If power were a global group chat, these women would be the ones who speak and the entire world suddenly goes silent. Leaders would mute themselves. Billionaires would stop typing. Presidents would delete messages they haven't even sent yet. Because in 2025, power doesn't just look like suits, flags, and giant conference tables. Power looks like prime ministers rewriting history, presidents reshaping continents, CEOs steering trillion-dollar industries, and philanthropists casually changing the world before breakfast. This list is a celebration of the women who don't just hold influence, they bend the world toward their decisions. From politics to finance, philanthropy to global institutions, these are the 10 most powerful women in the world in 2025, ranked from number 10 all the way to number 1. Grab a snack, take a seat, and get ready because these women did not come to play. Number 10, Mackenzie Scott. Age, 55. Citizenship, United States. Title, philanthropist and novelist. Mackenzie Scott is what happens when generosity goes platinum. While many billionaires spend years contemplating whether to donate a fraction of their wealth, Scott wakes up, stretches, sips a smoothie, and casually gives away $1 billion before noon. She is philanthropy's Beyoncé, always dropping surprise gifts, except her albums are 9-figure donations to nonprofits that didn't even see it coming. Her net worth doesn't define her, her giving does. Since her divorce from Jeff Bezos, Scott has pioneered a radical form of philanthropy known as trust-based giving, meaning she donates massive amounts with no strings attached. No 20-page proposals, no painful audits, no prove-you're-worthy energy, just empowerment. She has funded education, women's rights, food security, climate initiatives, and grassroots organizations that barely survive on small grants, and she does it quietly, without press tours or personal branding. In a world where philanthropy is often used as PR, Mackenzie Scott is the real deal. Scott isn't just powerful, she's redefining what power looks like. Number 9, Maia Sandu. Age, 53. Citizenship, Moldova and Romania. Title, President of Moldova. At number 9, we have the woman who basically took Moldova, a small country often overlooked on the global chessboard, and said, "Watch me make this nation impossible to ignore." Maia Sandu has both Moldova and Romania as her citizenships, giving her an identity rooted in both cultural strength and regional influence. As the president of Moldova, she's become Europe's unexpected powerhouse, leading anti-corruption reforms, reshaping democratic systems, and pulling her country closer to the European Union with the determination of someone dragging a sofa through a narrow hallway. The challenges are enormous: geopolitical instability, economic pressures, and long-standing political fractures, but Sandu tackles them with calm intelligence and the strategic patience of a grandmaster. Her leadership has strengthened Moldova's global alliances, increased international support, and transformed her into one of Europe's most respected political voices. She stands firm in a region where political chaos is almost a sport, and Moldova is stronger because of her. 8. Melinda French. Age, 61. Citizenship, United States. Title, philanthropist and businesswoman. Melinda French is the perfect blend of empathy, brilliance, and "I will change the world and you can't stop me." As co-chair of the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation for decades, she reshaped global health, eradicated diseases, expanded access to vaccines, and fought inequality across continents. After her split from Bill Gates, many expected her influence to shrink. Instead, she built a philanthropic empire of her own, one centered on women, girls, and marginalized populations. Melinda invests in reproductive rights, gender equality, maternal health care, education, and economic empowerment. She pushes governments, corporations, and global institutions to prioritize women not as an afterthought, but as the core of societal progress. Her voice influences presidents, her research shapes policy, her funding changes the futures of millions. Melinda French stands at the intersection of wealth and purpose, reminding the world that power is not just what you have, but what you choose to use it for. 7. Mary Barra. Age 63. Citizenship, United States. Title, CEO, General Motors. If the auto industry were a battlefield, Mary Barra would be the commander leading the army into the future. As the CEO of General Motors, she is the first woman to ever lead a major global automaker, a position so powerful that every decision she makes sends waves through global markets. Under her leadership, GM has transformed from a traditional car giant into a forward-leaning, tech-driven electric vehicle juggernaut. Barra is steering GM toward an all-electric future, pushing bold innovations, massive restructuring, and strategic investments in autonomous driving technologies. She is the reason GM remains relevant at a time when the world is shifting gears towards sustainability. Her leadership style blends iron determination with calm control. Whether she's navigating supply chain crises, political pressures, or shareholder demands, Barra remains unshakable. She isn't just running a company, she's helping reinvent an entire industry. 6. Samia Suluhu Hassan. Age 65. Citizenship, Tanzania. Title, President of Tanzania. At number 6, we have East Africa's quiet storm, Samia Suluhu Hassan, the President of Tanzania. As the first female president in the nation's history, she walked into office at one of the most turbulent moments Tanzania had ever seen. And instead of treading lightly, she immediately began reshaping the political environment with clarity and purpose. Her leadership has focused on economic reform, international diplomacy, strengthening democratic processes, and expanding women's participation in governance. She has restored Tanzania's global relationships, boosted investor confidence, and accelerated national development plans. Samia leads with softness when necessary and steel when required, a combination that makes her both approachable and formidable. Her presence represents a monumental shift in East African leadership. She embodies stability, wisdom, and a vision for a modern Tanzania grounded in unity and progress. 5. Claudia Sheinbaum. Age 63. Citizenship, Mexico. Title, President of Mexico. Claudia Sheinbaum didn't just break the glass ceiling in Mexico, she shattered it into confetti. As the first female president of Mexico, Sheinbaum stands at the helm of one of the world's largest economies, a country rich in culture, influence, and strategic importance. Her background as a scientist, yes, a literal PhD, brings analytical precision to her governance. She tackles Mexico's greatest challenges with a scientific mindset, data-driven, structured, methodical. Whether addressing economic inequality, national security, renewable energy, or infrastructure transformation, Sheinbaum brings evidence and strategy, not guesswork. Her leadership represents a massive shift in Mexican politics, a female president guiding a major Latin American power into a new era. This isn't just history, it's evolution. 4. Giorgia Meloni. Age 48. Citizenship, Italy. Title, Prime Minister of Italy. Giorgia Meloni is Europe's political wildcard, and she knows it. As Italy's first female prime minister, she presides over one of the most influential nations in the European Union. Her leadership combines strategic nationalism with international negotiation, making her a central figure in Europe's political direction. Meloni's tenure has seen strong stances on immigration, major economic reforms, fierce advocacy for national interests, a rising global profile. Her influence reaches far beyond Italy. From G7 meetings to EU summits, Meloni's voice carries weight in shaping Europe's policies on migration, security, energy, and global alliances. Whether people agree with her politics or not, one thing cannot be denied. Meloni is one of the most powerful female leaders on Earth, and she's only 48. That's plenty of time to shape the next decade of European politics. 3. Sanae Takaichi. Age, 64. Citizenship, Japan. Title, Prime Minister of Japan. Japan's Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi lands at number 3, a global heavyweight leading one of the world's most technologically advanced and economically powerful nations. Her rise to power marks a turning point in East Asian politics. Japan is a country where leadership stability is everything, and Takaichi brings a blend of tradition, nationalism, and reformist ambition. She presides over the world's 4th largest economy, a critical global tech industry, a major military power, and a central player in Pacific diplomacy. Takaichi's leadership drives Japan's economic strategy, technological innovation, and international alliances, especially in an era where Asia's geopolitical landscape is shifting faster than ever. Her firm stance on national security, economic revitalization, and cultural identity has positioned her as a central figure in global decision-making. If influence were currency, she'd be minting it. 2. Christine Lagarde. Age, 69. Citizenship, France. Title, President of the European Central Bank. Christine Lagarde is the kind of leader whose decisions can strengthen or shake entire continents. As president of the European Central Bank, ECB, she sits at the pinnacle of Europe's financial system, a role that governs the monetary policy for more than 340 million people. When Lagarde adjusts interest rates, global markets react instantly. Currencies shift, investors hold their breath, economists start pacing the room. Her financial expertise, cultivated over decades, has made her one of the most respected economic minds on the planet. She has guided Europe through inflation spikes, economic uncertainty, and global financial turbulence with a steady, disciplined approach. Lagarde combines elegance with razor-sharp intelligence. Her influence extends beyond Europe, shaping international financial stability and guiding decisions that affect virtually every major economy. In the world of global finance, Lagarde isn't just powerful, she's essential. Number 1. Ursula von der Leyen. Age, 67. Citizenship, Germany. Title, President of the European Commission. And now, the moment you've been waiting for. The most powerful woman in the world in 2025, Ursula von der Leyen. As the president of the European Commission, Ursula stands at the helm of the largest political and economic union in human history, the European Union. Her decisions influence 27 countries, more than 450 million people, and nearly 1/5 of global GDP. This is not a ceremonial role. Ursula's position gives her profound influence over trade, energy policies, climate strategies, security and defense, technology regulation, international diplomacy. Under her leadership, the EU has taken bold steps on climate policy, digital regulation, economic reform, and global cooperation. She has guided the Union through pandemics, wars, energy crises, and geopolitical uncertainty, all while strengthening Europe's role as a global stabilizer. Ursula von der Leyen is not just powerful because of her title, she is powerful because she embodies competence, resilience, and vision. She represents a future where leadership is defined not by loudness, but by clarity and commitment. She stands tall as the world's most influential woman, a political force who shapes the present and architects the future. And that was Power, rewritten. These women are more than leaders. They are the architects of nations, economies, and global systems. They set the tone for international relations, drive technological revolutions, rewrite political norms, and define what power looks like in the 21st century. From philanthropists transforming lives, to presidents rewriting history, to economists steering continents, to prime ministers shaping world policy. Each woman on this list proves that influence isn't just about position, it's about impact. If you enjoyed this countdown, hit that like button, smash subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next big breakdown. Because the world is changing fast, and we're here to help you keep up with the people who make it happen.